like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this.
I left that up there for another second because I don't know what's gonna come out of y'all mouth tonight.
What's up, young man?
All right.
What's up, B? What's happening?
Hey, living.
Man, I went out of town with a friend of mine this week. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, man.
He had me all down on down from Jay's Speakeasy.
Oh, hey.
And you were at Beyonce's concert too. Just go ahead and everybody know you was at the concert. You were right there at the concert. You was right there with them. You were like drunk in love. You like drunk in love. You like
Hey. And you ain't called me.
And you say you're a soldier.
So you called me, man. I was in town. Hey.
Oh, you was in town?
Hey, I had my own concert.
Okay. Yeah, your own concert.
Yeah, I was mad with her, man, because she had all the rooms booked and I couldn't get none. I was like, okay, we good.
Oh, okay.
Jamal, what's up, man? You sweating?
Oh no, I had my face is shiny, so not sweating.
Hey.
It's naturally shiny because I have oils. I have oil.
Hey, you had your makeup crew put a little makeup on.
We got a delightful show tonight, y'all. We're going to talk, but it's not a whole lot of subjects because one of the subjects is going to take a while, and we just going to run through all the rest of them, and get to our main subject after a while, which is the fourth indictment. It's so much to talk about that. I know Sandra she probably ain't showed up because she's like, I'm tired of talking about Trump. No, you have to talk about what's relevant and what's happening in the world so that everybody can be informed. That's what we're here for. We're not here to just have fun. We're here to inform our people also. Right. And, when we get to that Trump discussion later on, I have a lot that I want to say that's going to be expressive. I know Bernard always got a lot to say. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Jesus, he ran in the middle.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, because and also need to get ready for another show since the producer and associate producer be trying to put pressure on somebody. They don't, they gotta have it right now.
Right now?
Right now. They gotta have it right now.
All right. Well, as y'all know, our first subject is why is it so damn hot? That's our first question of the night. Why is it so hot? Can anybody tell us why it's so hot? I mean, look at this. You got the people on the beaches. They are just crying. I mean, people trying to get some get out of the way. That's over in Britain right there. They out there on the beach. It's hot, but y'all don't see who. Who y'all don't see?
Yeah, you sure don't see us.
You ain't gonna see us.
You don't see none of us.
We not going out there.
No.
We not going out there. I don't know where my sun photo. It was a picture of the sun. I had a couple of pictures of the sun. And there it is. The sun, see how it spits out?
Mm-hmm.
And when they send those rays out like that, man, I don't know what that is, man. The sun be spitting, They say that's what the sun does, spit. And it's spitting fire. But that sun is hot, man. I stepped outside the other day. It was so hot, it was a shame. I'm talking about it was hot.
Yeah.
Almost fainted. Big old Fanny Lou.
Yeah. It's so hot.
What's up? You muted, Fanny.
What's up? We in the show?
What's up, girl?
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, we live now.
Well, it is absolutely climate change. No matter what people try to tell you, that climate change is not real. I mean, it is climate change. It's happening. It is real, and which I just throw it out there. We share with folks at Promised Land. You come to Promised Land Farm now. It's not like it was last year. That stuff is not growing the way that it is. Stuff is burnt up in the fields. Uncle Bob, them so tired that I'm just put it out there that you can't even go out there. And just as you talked about that, you go out there, man, it's like 110, 112 heat index. You go out there, because even one day I came to get on the show, I had to literally, I'm talking about literally, I was out of it because I thought, okay, I'll do good. Nah, that thing I was like, my back, and I'm feeling it, and I might say it was not like this last year. The okra is only about a foot high, where last year, this time, it was 4 foot high, 5 feet high, and it was right there. Now, you look at the stuff, it's not even there. So, and I'm telling people, and I'm sure this is what we talked about. This is going to impact people with regards to their groceries. It's going to impact people with regards to their food stuff, what people are going to be paying. But again, they try to tell you, climate change is not real. It is real. We are feeling it, and I'm just putting it out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, over here, it does not even cool down at night. We're still in the 90s at 11 o'clock at night, and so our low only gets like to 82, and then by the morning time, we're already almost at 89 before the sun even comes up.
But I did tell you where you live at, right?
Huh?
I did tell you where you live at.
In Texas. I know where
hell. You live in hell. Texas
I really
is hell.
I really do.
Hot.
Yeah. And and we hadn't had rain in over 30 days, over 40 days.
What?
Nope.
Y'all can have some of the damn rain we got.
I know it.
It's an everyday thing, yeah.
I wish that we had gotten any kind of rain because people's foundation is cracking, and they have us under a water ban.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know about no climate change or science because I didn't go to science class on that one. So all I know You know, it's hot.
True.
It's hot. You know, it's steaming hot. It's so hot, man, your eyes burning.
Yeah.
But it's more. It's more hot. It seems like it's hot more down here than up in Atlanta. It's hot, but it's like, you know, here, man, it's like, good Lord.
Well, it's the humidity.
The wind not even even if the wind blowing, you don't feel like it's blowing, you know. But it's really, you just, only thing you do for me by being hot is make me drink more water, and you need water. So that's the only reason why I'm drinking a lot of water. You know, just have the side pick of that natural light, so I drink a little water. You know.
Yep.
Hey, all they doing is I'm peeing a lot.
That sun ain't no joke, man.
Ain't no joke, man. No bathroom line getting long.
Yep. They've even had to change, like the football players. They don't practice in the evening time. They don't practice in the afternoon. They have to be to school at 6 a.m. in order to practice. So.
And they may move some of these. They may move some of these football games later. Schedule change. You know what I'm saying? And they need to have more doctors and everything on the field now, because, and that's just in college, NFL, Pop Warner, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have more medical people out there.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna get hot.
And it was so hot. This was Julius right here at Beyonce's concert this weekend. This is Julius right here. This is Julius in the outfit because it was so hot. That's what he wore. That's what he wore. That's what he wore Monday night. That's what he wore. That's what he wore. Just let everybody know. Everybody, Julius in it.
Was that the sun blocking you just now? Look at that sun. That sun ain't no joke.
Yeah.
That sun ain't no joke, man.
Mm-hmm.
We got to be able. You got to stay out of that sun. There's too many people. And then y'all see where they had a lightning strike in Hawaii, but that's what they said it was, a lightning strike. And the winds from the storm pushed the fire to the next building, to the next building, to the next building, to the next, just burned up everything. Over
I believe it was a lightning fire.
That's what they say.
I believe that it was a wind, you know, because they had that storm out in the Pacific. It was a wind that started blowing really hard, and instead of them turning off the power when they saw that this was happening, they left the power on. These power lines are breaking like matchsticks, and they were causing fires. And then the wind just took it all away, you know. But it was crazy. I mean, that is crazy. That is sad, and it's crazy that a place can be someplace. I mean, a place can be there a week ago, and then the whole dynamic of that place is gone. Like it's hell in paradise.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need to. I mean, what is it? Is the sun? Is the sun moving closer to the earth? Is it the ozone layer? I mean, y'all think about it. Even the fish and the sharks and the whales, they acting up there. The whale jumped the other day and caused one of those yachts to flip over or something that happened. I saw it on social media. I mean, what is it? Are those fish coming out because the water's so hot? Are they coming nearer to the? I don't think they need to be coming nearer to the shore, because that's where the water should be hot at. Those sharks are biting people now more often than not.
Well, you know, because again, it's still environmental, no matter what. It's just like people see armadillos, they see coyotes, they see deer, they see bears, because we're taking over. And then actually, now just to throw it out there, that any of you who live in cities, And the more that they're building and tearing down and building up these 5-story buildings, just like right here, what people don't realize, they're also no longer, you don't have your tree canopies anymore. Tree canopies help to keep places cool. And we don't no longer have that. The more buildings that they take down, the more heat that you got coming. And that, again, that asphalt ain't no joke. You got asphalt, you got concrete, you got all that heat. And so that's with regards to animals that, again, understand, talking about erosion. And that's one thing we talk about right here, erosion. That, again, you erode the environment. So now you talk about the sharks and other things like that. You're disrupting nature. And so now I put it out that some people don't get this, but when we talk about, we said that, and we shared this at a conference, we said that Black folks understood how to live with nature here. We understood where to live, where to build our houses. We understood where to build. But Caucasians now come here and they want to build right on the water. So now you begin to have the erosion that our ancestors here understood what to do, how to live, and how to maintain it. But now you have these greed factors with regards to now you poison, and I'm saying you poison in the soil, you poison in the water with regards to chemical for your golf courses. And I'm saying grass does not stay green year round. For grass to stay green year round, that means you got to put chemicals there. You got to put chemicals there. It goes into the water, so you're not disrupting the whole flow. And Black folks left from Defusky and from other parts of South Carolina because they had poisoned the water beds, and that the Savannah River is doing that. So I tell people, we can try to play the games all we want, make all the excuses, and guess what? That plays a role too. When I had some vacations this weekend, I said that's the regentrification that y'all have done to us. But people talking about Black people don't own their land no more, and Hilton Head, Defusky, y'all poisoned the stuff over there so people could no longer, in Bluffton, could no longer live there, could no longer do anything in it. So again, guess what? They leaving the area, they're not going to these cities and these other places. And so I'm just throwing it out there. We playing the game right now, and the people going to be hurt the hardest with this going to be Black folks, because we ain't doing nothing to take care of ourselves, and nutrition plays a role in regarding education. And then we going to sit around here and act like, oh, it just happened. Like I told them Caucasians back in April, I said, listen here, you going to talk to me about climate change? I said, we talked about climate change in the 1960s, but y'all ignored us. You ignored us. I said, in the 70s, we were talking about it. Because my uncles, them who fished and shrimp, left out of this area and now went down to the Gulf Coast to not do the fishing and the shrimping. So when I'm saying that, they're looking at me like, yeah, because they couldn't do it here. And so then in the 80s, y'all start doing all this other stuff, getting us out of our neighborhoods. And when we were trying to tell y'all not to do it, you know, they're like, oh no, or getting us out of our communities. And now y'all put up your walls, you got your resorts and all that other stuff like that. And then you trying to tell me right now, like this is some brand new stuff. That's why I said you can tell the propaganda to other people, but you can't tell that propaganda to me. And that's why I'm saying our Black media got to be a voice for this right here. That's why I'm saying that's the fight we in right now, because our people going to be starving. I'm just being frank with you, because people just not early today when I went to the hospital said everything is rising in prices, but our wages are not. Yo, this is, and again, and this is real. This ain't no joke.
Yep.
Bernard, you was about to say something.
All I'm saying, it's hot, and I mean, really, you just got to, like you said, you just got to eat right, drink water, and I mean, I don't see no solution on how hard it is. I mean, if I had a solution, we have a solution. I mean, your air conditioner gonna work more harder. You can be riding in your car, and the air conditioner work, but it's hot because that heat coming through the window. At the end of the day, you just got to. I mean, my thing is this: you just got one little thing. You just got to deal with it. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, if you go outside, okay, you know, don't stay too long. But me, I guarantee you, and y'all, what I'm about to say is crazy. I'm more cooler on a golf course than I am just out there, because there's more trees covering us. I played golf last week, 18 holes. I was sweating, but I wasn't hot. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Whether it's a black thing, white thing, purple thing, whatever. At the end of the day, you just stay cool, period. Like I said, I don't know about all the climate change and what the sun doing and all that. All I know is hot, and the index is 110, so everybody walk around butt naked.
No.
What you say, Sandra?
No. Do you feel like we should go back, with the way that things are looking like they're going, do you feel like we should go back to starting our own small, gardens and things like that? Because when we were growing up, it seems as though, my parents had a garden, there was a lot of things we didn't have to go to the store for. What do you think about that?
Chandra, I'm going to tell you something. I was supposed to have a meeting today with a city official today, but the meeting has been rescheduled to Friday. And that is something I was going to say. I got 3 things to discuss with them. And I said, all right, I'm going to start with the simplest things. And that is community gardens. Property is owned by the city of Savannah. Lots that they have, they got to go back to community gardens. In fact, I had shared this with Chef Quasey Brownlee when the pandemic first happened in 2020. I said, Quasey, we need to have community gardens, because at one time, Chandra, what you were saying, that's what happened in Savannah. We had community gardens. And in fact, if you listen to Bernetta going to tell you that over in Hudson Hill, even if they were able to still feed themselves with regards to the plants that were over, the vegetables that were over, the fruits that were over there in Hudson Hill. And so I told folks, guess what another thing you can do too, and that you can have ponds that the state of Georgia will stock ponds with fish. And I said, guess what? When you not do that, guess what? You no longer have, because in our community, if I tell people, if you're in West Savannah, you in Woodsville, you in Hudson Hill, you in Yamacraw, you got food deserts right there. And people understand, how can we get fresh fruits and vegetables? Again, we got to go back. And I had people going shit, as they say in Carver Village, they remember their grandparents planting stuff, growing stuff, and they took stuff across the street to the neighbor. Neighbor gave them stuff. So that's why when I talk about what's about to happen and people not understand the seriousness of it, that again, and that you look at the nutrition, it ain't there. And so I'm saying, yes, ma'am, because I was going to be talking with them on Friday, letting them know, like, I am down. If that's what you want to do, I am down. And there's some other people I know who are down, who will help with regards to some of these lots that are owned by the city of Savannah to not go into our neighborhood. Can you imagine if we do that in Cala Brownsville? We do that in Can Park, Jackson Park. We do that in Tremont Park. We do that in Benjamin Van Clark. We do it in our neighborhoods. Guess what? Some of our people who then, some of them don't have the monies and don't have living wages, that they know once they do the harvest, because guess what? You do it year round. You got your greens, you got your cabbage, you got all that right there. Because guess what city that's doing it? Garden City does it on 2nd Street. Garden City does. So right there. So you want to try me? That's what I would say. So you want to say to me the city of Savannah can't do it? But that's what it can be done. But you gotta have the people with the vision to make it happen, and then people who are sensitive and understand it. Because not all of us are in a condition, in a situation. And people, when it broke it down, they said, when you talk about these kids in school not learning, it starts with nutrition. It's not just the simple thing like, oh, they don't want to learn. It's not nutrition. What do they eat? That's why you got breakfast in schools, because kids were not getting breakfast at home. And so guess what happened on the weekend? They ain't got no good nutrition. They got Dollar General, Family Dollar, and I'm not knocking these places, but guess what they get? They get oodles and oodles. They get ramen noodles. And when you go and say brain development, it's not going to happen. And when we talk about physical development, it's not happening. So yeah, we're going to have to get back to it. And it's going to be either you need to do it now, or when it comes down to it, when it gets real crucial, then it might be too late for a number of people. You're going to try to figure out, damn, we should have been doing this earlier. And I'm like, yo, that's why I'm like, I am. Because I'm just saying, and I'm saying it's not because I'm saying the Savannah thing. I see this just in Georgia. I see this from Camden County up into Chatham County. And I'm looking around at my people. I'm like saying, yo, unlike me, like a lot of other people. And then let me say, then I go into South Carolina, I see the same thing. And I see how the least and the left out are us, but the rest of them, they aren't able to make it. That's why I call it out. I don't miss my words about these Caucasians about this stuff. I said to them, NPC meeting, I said, when we were talking about this, y'all ignored us. Now, all of a sudden, when y'all not got the issue, that's when y'all say something. Just like, for example, we discussed it about crack, cocaine, and opioid addiction. Opioid addiction now is an illness. Crack, cocaine, we even played it. Right, it was criminal activity. So I'm like saying, when are we going to stand up to the plate and go and say, listen, we're going to take charge and y'all going to listen to us? Because I tell people, Listen to the black community about any place where they are in your city, in your community, and they tell you what's about to happen. When you take care of the black community, guess what? Everybody benefits. But when you suppress the black community and oppress the black community, guess what then happens? It's going to eventually visit y'all. It might not be this year. It's going to be 20 years from now. Just like on West Broad Street. Now you got Caucasians here talking about, we want the old West Broad. I'm like, guess what y'all did? Y'all tore down Union Station and y'all destroyed our black communities over there. Now y'all want it back. And as I said to them, y'all don't say nothing about getting the people back. Y'all want the god doggone buildings back, but don't want the people. Like, I'm like saying,
Great, Bernard.
I hear all this. I hear what you say. I don't see us black people going and start some garden or anything like that. You know, this will get me. We always talk about the black community. Black community. We the only ones staying in the black community. Until we as black people start working together as one with each other. I don't care what the Caucasian doing. I don't care whatever they doing, suppress or whatever they doing. It's still land on us. Plymouth Rock still land on us as black people to work together to make our community better. I don't need no white man coming in my community anyway we need black people to make our community better. At the end of the day, that's just my opinion, and it gonna always be that.
Well, Chandra asked the question about, do we need to do that? I wouldn't have said that. And right now, people are doing it across the entire country. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything that's brand new. Guess what? You got it happening in Charlotte. You guys happen in Spartanburg. You got it happening in Greenville. You got people doing it right here. You got people happening. That's why I'm just saying right now, we can go because, again, the government job is this. The first principle of any government is health, safety, general welfare. And that if you not got leadership, that's why I'm saying, because we say we're going to elect people to office. You don't elect them to office just to sit down. You elect them to office.
We got no leadership. Ain't no leadership here.
I was talking right now. I was talking.
Jamal, first of all, I was talking and you interrupt me.
No, you had finished. All right, go ahead and finish.
No, you go ahead and talk, man. I was talking, you interrupt me.
Let's see, I had stopped. Go ahead and finish. That's what I just said. So either go ahead and finish.
I'm saying you people always bringing up the Caucasian this and that. When we gonna take responsibility for our action? You know what I'm saying? I get tired of hearing all that. I don't want to hear all that. When we gonna take responsibility for our action and what we need to do in our community? What we need to do. I don't care what the Chinese doing, what the Mexican doing, what the white. I don't care about all that. I didn't raise in that kind of community. I raised in the black community. What we gonna do to make our community better? What we gonna do? Stop blaming everybody. Always blaming this. Okay? Trust me. We don't have time. We need to stop playing the blame game and do something about what we need to do something in our community. That's what I'm saying. I always hear all y'all blaming this, blaming that, I ain't blaming nobody if I can't pay my bills. I'm gonna do what I need to do to pay my bills and do what I need to do to eat. If I have to build a garden, I'll build one at the end of the day. But all this blaming game, this and all that, I'm just tired of hearing it. That's just my opinion.
But I don't think that we were blaming anybody. What I did was I asked a question to what is the answer? You know, what is the long range plan that we need to put in place in order for us to sustain ourselves? Because see, we can't wait until the last minute, you know, and that is a big problem in a whole lot of communities, not just the Black community, but where humans have been reactive over the centuries. You know, since freedom happened for us, we've been reactive instead of being proactive, you know, and we got away from a lot of the things that sustained us even when we were being suppressed, you know. So it was normal for Miss Susie and Miss Ann to exchange produces, you know, And when they harvest, I remember my parents, you know, getting beans from off of Rose Knot Hill, because that's where my family had a lot of property at, and they tilled that property, you know. So and then whatever they had left over, if they didn't give it away to some of the people in the family, they sold it, you know. So I don't think that Jamal is blaming, but he's sending out the warning signs. And I was sitting at the table back during the time when they were demolishing West Broad as we knew it, because I was sitting there with Mayor Adams and Ann Royce and all Israel Smalls in them, when they were doing the plan, you know, they were doing the urban planning and doing the flyover to go over that neighborhood, those neighborhoods over there. And then that took away from West Broad and Montgomery Street. So all of our businesses died during that time. Solomon's Beauty Salon, all of that. Y'all remember? You know, so I don't think that we're blaming. We're saying we need to have our eye out there, and we need to start making plans, because when terrible times come, y'all ain't seen nothing yet, you know, with this heat. But when terrible times come, it's going to be too late for us to react. Go ahead.
All right. And to the audience, as we had shared with you all, we gave you all solutions. We discussed solutions. And so what happens that anyone, I would say any intelligent person, anyone in the audience, you understand when I say we call people out, but we also understand that Black folks have been involved. And then we're not going to say, you got people around the entire country doing this. I did not say that Black people are not doing. Did we not share with you? To the audience, we said everyone. We said in Oakland, California, you got people returning citizens who are doing it in Oakland, California. I got a doctor who does it up in Spartanburg, South Carolina. They're doing it across the entire country. We're saying that politicians could create policies right now because that had been a part of the community. You got Black folks who are doing it right now. It's not about Black folks not doing. Black folks are doing, but we tell people we don't buy propaganda and promote propaganda. So what you got to do when you see propaganda, hear propaganda, you have to come against it. That is why we have the show called The Rabble to put out to the community to let people know when they say certain things to you, and some of us shy away. Because I just had a meeting today that someone discussed this, that right now, when we're in places, sometimes Black folks will not say anything, and we let Caucasians get away with this stuff, and they continue the oppression. And so you say nothing about it. Guess what? Then you turn around looking like, what's happening? And again, as policymakers, you go and address it. You let it be known. When you in these positions, and as they like to say, in these spaces, because we're not going to sit idly by, because some of us shy away from that. We talk about it in the streets. We talk about it in the streets, but now when we out before the people who got the money, who got the positions, we say nothing. We just go along. We smile. And so again, Black folks are doing with regards to Chandra, as you said, they are doing it there. And that's why we say right now in Savannah, Georgia, and I gave an example. That's why I specifically said Garden City, which is a smaller municipality, that's to the audience. Garden City, a smaller municipality, they at least have done something that here go the largest municipality that has more wealth than any other city in Chatham County, not doing anything. And so guess what? Some of us have realized that and said, yo, we need to make a push. So that's why I said, and you all heard me, audience, I said that I have a meeting. I'm going to discuss three matters. I'm going to discuss. That's one of them, because I realized that, wait a minute. If I don't see them thinking about it, my job as a citizen is to let them know. And guess what? If I don't say anything, I have no right to say anything at all, because what we're going to say, if you see injustice, you remove it with your hands. If not, you speak out against it. And so that's why I might say, hey, if they don't have a clue, it's my job to let them not know and say, hey, we planting a seed. And I even indicate to the audience that if you need the help, I'll be right there to help. So it's not anything that we're saying anything about we not doing. Again, to the audience, Understand there are black folks out there doing it, and so you can Google them even locally, find out who they are. Because I even just got some seeds from a place in Philadelphia where here goes some black folks doing seeds right now. Black folks in Philly. So I'm saying again, so I tell people, again, audience, we want more of us to do it because it is going to become a time that when the crisis occurs, guess what? You're not going to be hit as hard as other people. People, they save their money with regards to income. We also saying now we got to save our money with regards to, you say that percentage with regards to our food stuff, because that does impact us. So again, to the audience, we're not saying, but just because we call Caucasians out, guess what? I do it in all circles. I said I did it on Ossabaw Island. I did it at the NPC meeting. We call it out to not let them know that when they're trying to take our neighborhood from us, that we saying, no, we ain't even playing that no more, because some people sit silent. We don't sit silent no more because some of us in these places and spaces sit silent. And then you try to figure out, as Chandra just said, MLK was lost, Waters Avenue was lost, Broad Street lost, Augusta Avenue lost, and they wrote about this in a study that was done in 2004. And guess what? Ain't nobody doing about it. And so now we try to sit here now, try to figure out why we ain't in these communities no more. But I end on that, and I say to the audience.
All right. We are way 17 minutes past our commercial because y'all wouldn't stop. And I guess it was lively, so I let it continue.
You like that type of stuff. You like that.
But I wanted to tell you that don't talk about ramen noodles because that's what I ate for lunch today. I didn't feel like stopping on my way. All the places that was down street. You know, I said, you know what I'm going to do? Cut up some vegetables and throw in some noodles. So I ate ramen noodles. And guess what else I ate? The chicken wings from JJ's Chicken and Fish out of the I took
the lemon pepper.
It was still good, man. And I got one question to ask y'all about this after the commercial. Y'all just stand by real quick. One question. I want all y'all to not talk forever on it, but I want y'all to think about what I'm going to ask y'all. I go? Okay, here I am. I was trying to upload something while we were at the commercial, but I want y'all to answer this question for me. Y'all can take a minute or two and answer it for me. Now, I asked y'all, why do we think it's so hot? And it's only been getting hotter and hotter the last couple of years, 4 or 5 years. When Donald Trump took office, he did away with all the EPA regulations. People could do anything they wanted to do with the ozone layer. Every companies did what the hell they wanted to do. Do y'all think that's a factor also? Any one of y'all can take it first.
Well, it goes back to even with Reaganomics with Reagan, when Reagan has and the Republican Party has gone to that they like to deregulate. And so regulations are put in place so that way to make sure that we don't have disasters. And that's what they emphasize. They emphasize that deregulate because in the minds of the capitalists is that they make more money if there are no regulations. And so, of course, and it's been going on. Not only has the summer been harder, if you realize even our winter season was different also. So, yeah.
Oh, Sandra, Bernard.
Like I said this here, man. It's hot, and at the end of the day, I don't know why it's hot. You know, all I know is hot, you know, and I want to piggyback on something because I'm about to burn up, but I want to piggyback on this, is that a lot of people, like Jamal said, people run their mouth behind closed door. They run their mouth on text. They run their mouth, but when it's time to really say something, they don't say nothing. They'll leave you out to dry, and that's the problem I have. And one thing I'm gonna say, I don't care who I'm with, whether it be whatever color you is, I'm gonna say what I got to say, and I'm gonna say it loud. So at the end of the day, you know, it's hot, and when it get hot, people get angry, people react. You have more crime. It's just one of those things. I don't know what the solution is. Why it's hot? It's just hot. You know, I don't all that deep about the climate and all that. I don't know about all that. All I know is hot. It's been hot in Savannah since I've been here. Since I was raised here, it was hot. So, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do. That's my opinion, and I'm gonna stick with that. And who don't like it, I really don't care.
Give me the question again.
When Donald Trump took office, he did away with all the EPA regulations. Do you think that's part of the problem?
Well, it is part of the problem, but the way we have been treating this climate, you know, for centuries, you know, in not regulating certain things, because regulations to our you know, our parks and waterways and stuff like that, it's gone up and down. Every time one administration leaves, then another administration comes in and they change, you know, and that's part of the real problem, that we have not taken care of this planet. We've thought more about our capitalism has demolished this planet, because I had a Republican to tell me a couple of weeks ago, when I was talking about, you know, climate change and, you know, what are we leaving behind for our children and grandchildren. He said, why do you care? You're not going to be here. And that's the problem with capitalism. Why do you care? You're not going to be here. As long as I can make my money now, you know, I don't care if my grandkids burn up, you know, their whole city burns up like Maui. So we need to start caring. So
that's correct. Okay, I got an update for y'all from the riverboat fight. I got an update for y'all. So I'm gonna give y'all two of them, and let me see where they are. Oh, here's the update.
I swear this is the last thing I'm going to say, but I just found this out. Montgomery Bra. Okay. The family that started it, if any of you other people had questions about their intentions, or, oh, they were probably just drunk, or it wasn't racism, it couldn't have been racism, get this. I just found this out. They went to the hospital. Like 4 of them went to the hospital because they were so messed up, right? They're in Montgomery, Alabama. So a lot of the hospital staff are people of the global majority, and they didn't like that. They were calling them the N-word, called the police on them, and the police basically said, you can either stay and get treated or you can leave. And they left. So that right there tells you everything you need to know about that family. Okay? So if you had any questions, it absolutely was about racism. It was. Okay? Don't question it. That's the truth. And if you're not sure about what I'm telling you, go look it up.
Okay, Becky.
Hey, somebody shocked on here? Raise your hands if you shocked. Okay. Moving right along to the next update.
Well, anybody that didn't think it was, what you say, Bernard?
Man, damn fool. Come on, man. It is what it is. I look at it, I'm like this here, man. You got your butt whipped, man. Do you think white folks, you jump on this black man, do you think black folks are just gonna sit around and let that happen? Nah. I'm telling you right, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. At the end of the day, I don't think I've been on the other show like, but this is just the beginning. If y'all think, y'all go ahead and continue to follow that fool if y'all want, but y'all got another thing coming. Believe me, we ain't sitting around there and turning the other cheek. We gonna start be whooping some ass, period. That's the bottom line. That's just it. And Alabama, it just started. It's gonna happen in Georgia, California, Louisiana, New York, everywhere. People tired of it. That's just it. Y'all think y'all white folks can do what y'all want to do? So, man, you crazy. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen in Savannah, Georgia. Trust me. That's just the way I feel. So Becky, you all right? TikTok. Shit. It's what it is.
Next.
What's the next update?
No, none of y'all got nothing to say about it. Jamal, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I got something to say. And it's going to infuriate Bernard Brown and probably you too, Mr. Producer, but Bernard's going to get furious about it. I plan on using me a chair too on Bernard Brown. Because Bernard Brown last week, 2 weeks ago, made me go get the video of Dr. J dunking, and he don't come on Ebony Sports Reporters. I know what this to Rabble, but he didn't show up last week. So that's why I said I'm going to use a chair on him. I'm just going to use a chair on him. It's going to happen in Savannah, Georgia. So Bernard Brown made me go and show what Dr. J did. But anyway, all right.
I think that that's going to become our
Show it tomorrow.
No, I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. No.
Is that going to become our weapon of choice?
That's the new weapon. Put down your guns and pick up your chairs. I'd rather you hit somebody with a chair than a gun anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You might live,
Do you guys think that it would have been different had one of those boaters had a gun on their boat and they decided that I feel in fear and I'm just going to start shooting wildly? Do you think that they would have been charged? Be honest, it would have been worse, Sonya. It'd been worse because for a fact, black folks packing. Trust me. Yeah, but
it would have got ugly if they came there and started shooting. Believe me, grandmama sitting in the corner packing. Just thank God it didn't go that way, but it would have been ugly.
I'm thankful, but I think that there are some evil people out there thinking right now, who do they think they are? And if they had the opportunity, and it's going to get worse as, because we're all in indictment season and, when it comes to, going to court and having to sit and everything, the rhetoric that Trump has going on now, how do you call this woman a racist? And I mean, she said the other day, she said, I've never been called the N-word so much until now. So there are dangerous people thinking, we're gonna put them back into their place. And there's people still, y'all remember that Charlottesville where they're marching and saying they will not replace us, the Jews will not replace us. Well, just input black people into that chant and understand that those people are in the shadows and they keep peeking out. So we need to be vigilant and we need to be careful.
You're right. Seriously, you're right. It's gonna, trust me, it's gonna get ugly, man. It's gonna get ugly. And the last thing I'm thinking about building a garden. I'm thinking about more than building a garden. Because, man, you got those white folks that stay in the backwoods of Georgia and Alabama. Trust me, they that's what they think. That's what they do. And our next with Donald Trump, trust me, it's gonna get ugly. But I just send them a message like this here now. 400 years ago, we as black people ain't sitting around taking no slap no more. I'm just saying. And I ain't trying to, the words that's coming out of my mouth is for Bernard Brown, not the Rabble or our black media. It's my mouth saying this. So y'all don't take it the wrong way that I'm saying violent. No, I'm just telling you right now, just be careful. Like Sonya said, be careful. Every way.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we're going to move on because we got next on the agenda, our collaboration with Hot 2100 radio station out of Atlanta and their sister station 105 The Vibe. And Jamar and I was there yesterday. We interviewed on both stations. We had a great time. I want y'all to download that app. Download that app, y'all. Download it and make sure that you listen to it. I was listening to it today. Great station. Let's talk. A whole lot of great music. They got two different stations, but Hot 2100 is the one for the mature, young, older people, and the V105 Vibe 105 is for a younger type group, but not real young. I'm gonna show y'all pictures of me and Jamar at the station yesterday. That's the owner there in the suit coat, Jerry Cummins. That's next to him is Flawless. She's a radio personality there, and that's the good-looking guy there in the shirt there with the gray hair. Look, kind of, I need to work out a little bit. Look like, but I've got that great upper body. And that's Miracle Mayo right there. She's another show host for Hot 2100. So we had a great time there. They interviewed the both of us. We had a wonderful time. That's Pumpkin in the back there. She's with V105. I guess she was coming to find out why we aren't over at her place yet. You can see that look they're giving her, right? And that's Miracle and Flawless. And that's all us. See Jamal, he had to get in the picture. Y'all know he had to get in. And we have a collab coming with these people, and it should be great. They recognized us. They were told about us. They started watching, and so Jerry called us, and we had a meeting up there a couple of weeks ago, and we've been collaborating ever since. But I want y'all to download the app, please. Hot2100.com. Download the app and listen to it. It's in Atlanta. Great people running this station. Jerry's an awesome guy, and we're hoping to do some collaborations. Hopefully Jamal have a history show on there after a while, and we're in the works with that. Hopefully we'll have an office up there after a while on the 24th floor up there overlooking Atlanta, and so Bernard can have somewhere where he can come and play around with. And there's one more. I mean, it's a couple of little short videos.
Yeah, Hot 2100, Julius Hall. They about to interview Julius Hall. The world get ready. The world get ready. That's all I say. He went to go see Beyonce last night, so now he at Hot 2100. Yes, he was right there. He was there. He was there.
Y'all know damn well.
When you look in the back, you see
metallic boots,
USA.
metallic skirts.
Can you talk about hate? The hate that comes out of him. Pure hate. Oh, I ain't gonna say about Miami Northwest. Oh, we ain't say
My
that.
first name is Miracle.
Miracle.
Yeah.
Mayo is my last name.
And Miracle got it wrong too. She went to Alabama State, and Flawless is not flawless right now. And y'all already know Julius. He already prejudiced anyway. Ain't no
I'm flawless too.
Aren't we all?
2100 in the house.
And you say our first.
Okay, that was us yesterday at Hot 2100. We had a great time. We were there about 4 hours. Go ahead, Jamal.
It's okay in College Park.
No, they're downtown next to the
Downtown?
Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Next to the Coca-Cola. Yeah, you're right. They're downtown.
Oh, okay.
That big Coca-Cola sign right by on Peachtree.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
All
what it is. Go ahead, Jamal.
And what was the saddest thing? It was not a good thing. It is on Facebook Live. It is on Facebook Live because I did Facebook Live of the interview with Julius Hall. Miracle, who I expected better of, Miracle Mayo. Miracle when it said it called Julius Hall an icon, an icon. I told her, I said, you don't know what you just did right now. You don't know what's going to happen getting into Savannah. She called him and said, Mr. Hall, you are an icon.
See, they recognize in Atlanta. They recognize in Atlanta. Just like all the people, the people that are doing things or did things from Savannah, you get no recognition. Have you ever heard anybody here on the news stations or the paper, anybody talk about Mary Davis from the SOS Band? Have you ever heard anybody here talk about Molly Music blowing the world up, but you don't get no recognition in your own city? The only person they've ever given anything to is Fly J lately. But we got a lot of people here. Jimmy Lloyd Brown, great. We, you know, Mary J. Blige got roots here. Purvis Ellison, Edwin Bailey. You know, we got people here that did a whole lot of things, but you don't want that positivity to be shown them. Well, the mainstream white media doesn't. And here on this platform, we're going to recognize everybody. We're going to eventually get to everybody. Even with our magazines, we're going to be telling everybody about everything. We're going to be showing everybody, all the people here. You got Bernard Brown. You got Sandra McKeithen. You got people that left here that do great things. You know what I'm saying? Bernard got 4 or 5 championships that y'all don't know about. You know,
Jamal.
But that's the reason why when they leave, they don't do like Bernard did. They don't come back.
True.
Because you're without honor in your own city. You know, I come here and they recognize that, wow, she's intelligent. She's a leader, this, that, and the other. But in your own city, as long as you're not in the 1% or that clique or whatever, you get no recognition.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
and you're right. I get people more talking about Jamal and Julius and y'all in Atlanta. You know, and one person asked me the other day about Atlanta, say, why you and Jamal always fighting? I'm like, well, I say, we like Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do in Hollywood to get the ratings. You know, the half of this shit ain't real.
but this is.
No, I said, that's what we do, man. I'm like, so that's the only way y'all gonna tune in when we at each other. I was like, man, it is what it is, man. People, and Jamal, he is an icon, man. Don't be mad. Come on. Man, Jamal always want to hit on us, man. And we in this together, Jamal. Okay?
You know,
side by side.
It's sad.
Period.
It's sad, Bernard, because when you're trying to do things and people don't recognize you here because they have a click. I don't care anything about being recognized. I do what I do, and I get it out where I got to get it out at.
Right.
I keep grinding. I don't stop. That's what I don't wait on nobody. I do what I got to do. If I'm being recognized somewhere out of state, and a lot of people don't get recognized. If you're not in that clique, you're not going to. I don't worry about the clique because I break cliques up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't worry about cliques, and we break some cliques up coming up shortly. So, so that's what it's all about, changing things. Go ahead, Jamal.
You break cliques up. You and Bernard got a click. You and Bernard got a click. That's why as soon as I knew, when I heard about the icon, Bernard was going to rubber stamp the icon motif. Title has been given to you. I knew it for a fact. But y'all little click, go right on with your little click. You break the clicks up. No, unless the click is tied to Tompkins. Bernard got 4 champions. He got 4 rings. Tompkins. Jamal, he is an icon. But I bet Epiphany ain't thinking that. I know associate producer Epiphany ain't thinking that.
You hear Epiphany over there now. Epiphany is clapping.
Look at. So to America, see Bernard and Julius Hall, and they click.
There you go.
I love that ring. I love that ring.
Hey, this is the first championship that I won, and I put my wife and my daughter name on it. And I'm gonna keep this forever. This the one that Jamal is jealous of.
It's about being recognized when you are doing positive things. What we do on this platform ain't just me. Like I told the people, it ain't just me. I shouted out to everybody. Y'all go on there and they'll probably play it over this weekend, the whole interview. I shouted out to everybody from Charlie Brown to you and Bernard, everybody. I told them, I can't do it by myself. It takes all of us to put this out because it's not being done by the mainstream white media. We got to do it ourselves.
Yeah, you're right. And long as we like glue, long as we stick together like glue, nobody they can't come between us, man. We, like Usher's song say, the glue, we the glue. And we're gonna keep doing what we need to do for Savannah, Georgia, and around it, because until we remove half of City Hall, we'll be okay.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna put Hot 2100. Ivan asked that we put Hot 2100 in the chat so he can download it and listen to it. We want everybody to tell your friends about it. It's some great music. I was listening to it before we came on the air. And they got great shows. And Bernard, I told you why I'm taking you up there next week.
Yeah.
So
look at Jamal stand up.
man. I gotta take Bernard out and we're gonna be up there. He already from there. We're gonna be up there. I'm taking my whole crew. I'll be up in there for 4 days next month. Labor Day weekend. I'm taking the whole crew to Hot 2100. We're going to tour the building, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll have an office, or hopefully in a few weeks Jamal's show will be done start. I got to talk to the owner up there so we can see how we can fit in. And you're right, Charlie Brown, Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson says, your hometown always take you for granted. You're correct. And Charlie Brown on the phone here, he telling me that he don't know whether he'll be able to go, but he wants to go. I told him, you're right, you can go, but you don't know whether you're gonna go. But anyway, we hope to do a further collaboration with Hot 2100 and V105, 105 the Vibe, and so we can get some stuff done. Y'all download the app, listen to it, is for our age group. So, if you want to listen to some laid back, nice music, then do that. If you're like a little bit younger and you think you got that groove still in you, V105, 105 the beat. 105 the vibe. And that's with Tank and Big Tank and Pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
They have a show from 10 to 2, I think. So y'all make sure you tune in. And we're going to save our last 45 minutes or so on a subject that is so hot that it is hot. It's probably hotter than Hot 2100.
This is some holy water right here. I have some holy water right now that I'm going to anoint my screen, because the debauchery that Julius Hall and also that what Bernard Brown be doing, debauchery, I'm saying to everyone, to the audience, I'm anointing the screen right now because of the debauchery that they're going to engage in. Debauchery. How do you spell debauchery? JULIUSBERNARD.
What the hell? Hey, y'all got to get this guy. Hey, before we go to our next subject, we're going to do two things. We're going to do two things before we go to our last subject, and it is Trump's fourth indictment. We're going to talk about this deep because I got a lot to say. Bernard has a lot to say. Jamal is going to criticize both of us because he's a Donald Trump fan. So before we go to that, what we're going to do is take a commercial break and do our joke of the week. Okay, back to back, the commercial break and joke of the week, and then we'll be ready for our last subject. All right, be right back.
Had his face inches from Tyrone's face. He said, when the officer asked you, was you okay? Was you in any pain or anything? Did you or did you not state that you was fine? Tyrone said, see, when I seen my horse Bessie, he said, Your Honor, tell him to answer the question. I'm trying to establish that on the scene of the accident, when the officer asked Tyrone, was he okay? He stated that he was fine. Now, weeks later, here he is with a neck brace and a cast on his arm. The judge said, I'm trying to figure out what happened with his horse Bessie. Tyrone say, Your Honor, I was putting Bessie inside the horse trailer when this truck came out of nowhere and hit the trailer, knocked me and Bessie back. I flew in one ditch, Bessie flew in the ditch across the street. Then I looked up and seen the police jumping out of his car with his gun in his hand. He walked over and seen Bessie screaming in pain. He shot Bessie right in the head, then ran across the street with his gun still in the hand. He came to me and asked me, are you okay? Are you in any pain? Now you tell me what you would have said.
Shit. Okay.
That's not what his best was, but y'all gotta get it. They always shoot the horse because the horse in pain. So he's so the officer come over the hill. They asked him whether he all right. He said, hell yeah, I'm all right. You just shot that horse. I know you're gonna shoot me. So that's what the joke was. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you gotta be a Cowboy fan to have known that. They always shoot the horse when the horse break a leg and all that. So Jamal, you weren't laughing at all. So Big Duke didn't move you at all. Would you like to see another one? Huh? You don't want to see another one either?
Go ahead, Mr. Producer. Go ahead.
I'm going to find out whether if you didn't like Big Duke, let's see if you like this one.
So you had this big old lady walk into the bar. She had on jeans and a tank top. She was pouring down sweating. Looked like she just finished working on like 20 cars. She raised her hand in the air, had hair sticking all out from under her arm. She said, which one of y'all men in here willing to buy a woman a drink? All the men frowned up. They turned their head, act like they didn't see her. But this one drunk dude, he said, bartender, pulled out some money. He said, here, go pour the ballerina a drink. The bartender went to pour her a drink. She grabbed it, throwed it back in one swallow. She threw her hand back in the air again, hair sticking all out from under her arm. She said, which one of y'all men willing to buy me another drink? Nobody ain't say nothing. The same drunk dude say, bartender, here you go. Go pour the ballerina another drink. The bartender went and poured another drink, gave it to her. The bartender went back down to the drunk. He said, listen, I don't care about you buying her all the drinks you want, but I'm trying to figure out why you keep calling her a ballerina. The drunk said, man, the way I see it, any woman that can raise her leg that high above her head got to be a ballerina.
Hey, ballerina. Jamal, you coming to Atlanta, you better get them ballerinas.
Okay, that got a laugh out of Jamal, so we can move on. That got a laugh out of him. Oh,
Yes.
Lord have mercy. He's so hard to please. He is so hard to please. Our last subject, which is because about 30, 40 minutes, because we're going to be discussing this here, is your boy, ain't my boy, it's your boy, Donald Trump. Y'all know that Donald done went and got everybody. I'm talking about Lolly, Dolly, everybody. He got everybody screwed up. He even got, look at number, what that is, number 8, 12, 13, 14 and 15, y'all. Y'all look at number 14 and number 15.
Yeah, Kanye West boy.
Yeah, they Kanye West people, both of them.
Yeah.
Kanye West people. Because Kanye was going to give help to Trump to try to overthrow the election. You got 2 blacks in there that thought that they should go and help. And this ignorant girl, whatever her name is, Kiwan, whatever her name, she was in there on video threatening the lady in the police station, telling her she don't know what's going to happen to her family, but something bad going to happen in the next few years. I mean, now you see why Fannie indicted her. Good Lord have mercy. Jamal, you want to say something?
I was gonna say that's Bernard's ex-girlfriend at that too. Bernard and she were involved together. I saw them at a Trump rally together also. So that's what we do. We bring out information. They were there together, holding hands.
You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm saying, America? Why me and this young man, he loved to come and throw the little slick shots, but I'm gonna let that move. I'm gonna let that pass by. What you got to say, Sonia?
Well, I mean, I think that she has a lot of. I love her because she has more courage than the federal special. What was he? A special what? Jack Smith? Because there were a whole lot of people, senators and everything that helped plan and encourage January the 6th. I'm not understanding why Trump was the only one indicted on that, because his son should have been indicted. Everybody that spoke at the podium should have been indicted for what happened, because they all encouraged a riot.
You're absolutely correct. I believe you're absolutely correct. But Bernard, why every place Trump go is dead bodies? Why? These are all lawyers that were backing his dump. These are idiots. What?
Yeah.
What would you make you follow an idiot down the wrong road? These are prominent lawyers here.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Clark, John Eastman, Rudy. Come on, man. What were you thinking about?
Yeah.
Everybody behind Trump, Bernard, goes to jail or gets indicted, got big attorney fees and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But Trump steady gets away. But I can tell you this, I got a bet, a little honest, little gentleman's bet with me in the past that Trump is going to jail. The pastor don't think Trump going to jail. He said, not in this country. I say, they got to make an example out of him. He going to jail. And I'm almost willing to bet he's going to jail before trial happens. Because he's still doing stupid stuff and he thinks that he can start a war. He can't start no war because when you go out the door, who you gonna fight? You don't know whether the person next door with you or not. It ain't like back in the day. You don't know who you gonna fight. You mess around and they go out there telling me they want to do something and they do it. These two idiots that's on there with them. You know? So
yeah.
Your thoughts.
You know what? The words about to come out my mouth is the words that's coming out of my mouth do not have any inflection or anything with our black media. It's my opinion and Bernard Brown on the opinion. This man, this white man, I'm telling you right now, he evil, he's gutless, he don't care about nobody but Donald Trump. He's taking the reason why these fools following him is like they don't have no better sense. Just because he white, he feel he can do anything in this country. If I had a half indictment, I've been in jail. If it was Obama, he'd have been, it wouldn't be no question whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trump, man, I'm telling you right now, he's going to jail. Trust me. You know, they think, oh, he's not going, he's not, no, because trust me, if he don't turn his butt in on August the 25th, in Atlanta, Georgia, they coming to get him. And you know where they're going to arrest him, where they're going to take him at? Right there on Wright Street, where they always killing each other at that jailhouse. You know what I'm saying? I was arguing with this guy on 93.1 Young Jock Show. And Shorty said that because he's the president, a former president of the United States, they shouldn't take him down there. And why that boy say that? Man, they got so many calls like, dude, what you talking about? Trump is a criminal. He should be treated like a criminal.
Yep.
He should be treated like, it ain't no different than they gonna take one of us down there. And I don't know why these crazy white folks, man, following this fool. But at the end of the day, he's gutless. He's one of the most gutless white men in American history. Not only white, just a man, period. And yes, I said, and I'm gonna say it again. You are one of the most gutless, evil behind man, and you going straight to hell, Trump. You going straight to hell. And I said it, and it's my opinion. It's not opinion of our black media, Jewish, Sonia, or Jamal. This is my opinion. You gutless, you're a little boy, and they need to take you down sooner than later.
I agree that he is a man child. But I don't understand how the Republicans that are in this race with him have not all, just dragged him through the mud yet. I mean, how cowardice are these people? We know Tim Scott. He doesn't have a ice balls, chance in hell of doing anything in that race. But if he gave me the ammunition. You mean to tell me they can't just load their guns and be done with it? Saying, hey, this is a criminal. And keep shouting it from the mountaintop until it breaks. They're so gung-ho on, well, we want his voters. Y'all ain't gonna get his voters.
Yeah.
He's gonna get his voters. That's crazy.
But what that tells you, Jamal, is that it's not about country, it's about them. Because they don't want a chance saying what is right, because then they'll piss off those voters that would vote for Trump that might vote for them. So what they should do is say what is right, whether it is for the betterment of their party or not, is for the betterment of this country. If you know Donald Trump is a threat, and you're not saying it, then something is wrong with you. You know, in my opinion. What say
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Well, I think Donna Brazile, when it said something, she put it out there that the Republican Party, it basically they're like they are trapped. The responsible Republicans again got this notion in their minds that they're going to be able to get his voters, and again, like Chandra saying, you're not going to get them, but they're trapped. They still got hope out there for that, and so the Republican Party almost becomes a fringe party. And like I share with folks, I call the Republican Party the anti-democracy party. They do all the stuff, they create all the policies that goes against democracy, but they lie and hide behind the fact that they are patriots and stuff. They're not patriots. They're, in fact, they are the people that's trying to stop democracy right now. The people should rule, but then some of them are so afraid, and that this is an absolute testimony to where we are as a country right now, and that now here go politicians. They are so wishy-washy because they want to get some votes for them just to still maintain power and not let the people have the power.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And what's so crazy, I think they're really not scared of Trump because he's a punk. They scared of Trump supporters. And these fools will go and kill for this man. This is a dangerous man.
Put all of that this time, Bernard. You hadn't seen one, maybe you saw about 10 protesters when he was in New York.
Right.
You're not seeing all that foolishness behind him anymore. Now, people are still supporting him privately, but they're not coming out hollering about, we got to take it back for Trump and all of this type of foolishness.
Yeah.
They are not doing that.
Well, Sandra, you're right about that. And that was one of the things I was going to get to next. You have to be a fool if you don't see what is happening. You have to be an absolute asshole fool to not see what is happening. These people are behind Trump are all going to jail.
Right.
These people will not get a acquittal. They will be going to jail. So if you want to put your life on the line for Trump like the idiot in Utah, and I hate to call a dead man an idiot, but that's what got him dead, is being an idiot, challenging the FBI, and that happened to him. So if you want to do that, then I am sure that they have a place for you, that they will have to put you out to the pastor after a while. But there is no war coming. Donald Trump wants to go to jail. And as you can see, this is what the sheriff said in God. What did where is it at? This is what the sheriff said in Fulton County. I hope it's up here somewhere. He said, no, that's a Trump he ramps up his attacks on the prosecutors and judges. Those are the people, and that's Fannie. Trump will be going to the Fulton County jail, Bernard.
Yeah.
He's not going, he's going to the Fulton County jail.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to that other one. It must be got erased. But he will be going to the Fulton County jail to be fingerprinted. They're not giving him no special privileges. He don't need no special privileges. He's no different than anybody else. That means that he ought to be able to go down the street and just slap the hell out of somebody and get away with it. He ought to be able to go down the street and just shoot somebody and get away with it. He ought to go in and rape somebody and get away with it if he is above the law.
Yeah.
Then you're giving him a get out of jail free card for anything that he does.
Yeah.
No, this man broke the law. Yeah. He ran a ramp way off course with everything that he was supposed to do. He don't care about the law. He's showing everybody that they shouldn't care about the law. And the fools that followed him are all going to jail.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. I feel like they should treat him. I feel like they should treat him as any other criminal.
Mhm.
And they keep saying, well, the reason why we're not we're not doing his mugshot is because he's so well, everybody knows him, he's so well photographed. Well, Fannie, she indicted who was it? Not Young Jock.
The rapper. Got it. Yeah.
She indicted two rappers.
Two rappers. Yeah.
That are very popular. Well, I saw their mugshot. Okay.
Yeah.
So if they had to post bond and they had to do fingerprints and they had to get a mugshot done, well, they're famous in their own rights too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think that it's a bunch of bull that they're doing, but they're making him believe that he is above
The law.
retribution
Mhm.
and being able in rebuke. He's above rebuke. So that's the reason why as soon as that drop, he gets on Truth Search Social and all of his other little social media platforms, and said, oh, well, if you go after me, I'm going to go after you. I mean, who have you known to threaten a official that just indicted you and not go to jail?
Yeah.
I mean, the FBI should have been on his porch, wherever his porch is, and said, come on, because see, you're not acting right. You just threatened a federal official.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
So the judge has already lost control. Every judge that's not holding him accountable for his words and his deeds and anything that he posts on social media, you've already lost control. You might as well just, thank him for showing up, if he even shows up.
Yeah.
I don't even believe he's going to show up for his court dates.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy, man. I don't know. This man got to be like, trust me, Georgia, trust me. He thinking that it's gonna be ain't no piece of cake. He's going right down there on Wright Street, right where those bed bugs and everything right down there. That's where he going. And you know what? She's gonna set an example. If he don't show up August the 25th, they coming to get him. They coming to get him. She say all of them. If you don't be down here, turn yourself in by August the 25th, we coming to get you. That's one thing, boy. You don't threaten no black woman.
No.
But nah, you gonna get it. Trust me. You gonna get it. He messing with the wrong one. Believe me.
What do y'all think about the fact that his top man has already asked that his case be moved to federal court? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that it can happen?
Well,
because you know why they want it in federal court.
According to the rules, he can, because he's a federal official. He can ask that his be moved there. The rest of them can't. Him and Donald Trump are the only two that can. But she says she's gonna try all 19 of them together. She don't care. Somebody gonna flip. Somebody gonna do some things. And this is what you go to federal court. This is even worse. I feel more confident in state court with with what is going to happen to him, because you can't get no pardon, you know, until after 5 years, and he's going to be held accountable for something he did. The only reason that he's still running for president is so that he can try to get out of all this. And if he wins the presidency, and we don't go out and vote, and people don't go out and vote, I like Donald Trump. I'm telling you the truth, I like him because he's bold. He ain't scared, you know, and that's the only reason I like him. Other than that, he's an idiot. But and if he just try to be the president, if he just tried to be the president, did presidential things, Bernard, then everybody would have looked over a lot of stuff he did, you know, but he wanted to act a fool. He was throwing all these deflections and distractions so that they couldn't concentrate on him being inept in the position. He wasn't qualified or learned enough to hold the presidency. He surprised his own damn self by winning.
He said it.
You know,
and see, that's, you know, voting matters. And voting for somebody that you know has no business being in that position. I mean, you wouldn't hire your child to drive a forklift. You know, if they 16 years old, you're not trusting people. And he had already gave all the warning signs before he even got elected. You know, so why people would go and boldly, vote for him is just, it's baffling to me. But I think that this is how Hitler got started. You know, if y'all read the books.
You saw what Rachel Maddow said. 100 years from now, history won't be asking, how did this happen? History will be asking, how did we vote for this man to be the president?
You know, 74 million people voted for him. You know, but one thing he ain't got in his pocket, the governor of Georgia can't pardon him.
I thought that
he can't. He can't.
He could.
No, he can't.
No, you gotta go before the Parole and Pardons Board. And there's a provision in there that says it has to be 5 years after your sentence.
Good.
You gotta do at least.
They say this won't go to trial. They say this won't go to trial until the next 2 years. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. But.
Oh no, Fannie requested today that the trial start in March the 4th.
Okay.
As a matter of fact. So if the judge, and it is totally up to the judge on when a trial starts.
Right.
So they not gonna be able to play the stall game. You know, I mean, because we've had 2 years of investigation. They had plenty of time to get themselves together because they knew it was coming. So
that's correct.
But that's gonna be a packed courthouse with 19 people sitting on the first and second row. I just need to know how this is gonna play out. You know,
it ain't that big.
I need for them to keep it in state court, because then we can watch it. Because they don't allow any cameras in federal court, but we'll be able to have access to it if they did it in state court.
They need to put this at the arena.
They're gonna have to get a bigger location, because that's a lot of people. And what they're charging them with, it sounds like they charging the mafia. If y'all look at those indictments,
they were the mafia.
Those are mafia type charges. RICO. What was that other one the RICO under the RICO Act, that they charge them.
Yeah. Racketeering, influence, and corruption.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
mafia type stuff right there.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
this sounds like a drug trial. It sounds like a drug trial.
Yep. It really does. And you know, Giuliani, he's saying, well, he don't have no money, so maybe he gonna have to get one of those what do you call it? A court-appointed lawyer. That's not gonna work. Yeah.
But you know what though, Bernard, since you read there in Atlanta, and well, you know when you was there, they have one other way to charge them also.
What?
It could be really, 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 really detrimental to all of them. They are a gang. They got gang laws here that they can lock you up and you can't even talk to your lawyer.
Yeah.
In Georgia, remember the 45 people they had up in Upton, Georgia?
Yes.
They call the Upton 45. They got these boys on the phone for talking to their partner in jail, saying they're gonna send him some commissary money and put him in the conspiracy, lock them up.
Yeah.
So they need to charge them with the gang laws because they were a gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Trying to facilitate a crime in Georgia.
Yeah.
So they need to be charged with that.
In Georgia.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know who, because see what Trump is trying to do is get to the Supreme Court. You know, if they change it to federal, then he can stall for the next 5 years. You know.
And see, that's what Trump wants. Trump wants that to happen more than anything, because he figured if he can get to the Supreme Court, and then the Supreme Court rules in his favor, then there will be an uproar from this side. If he goes to jail, there will not be an uproar, because see, none of those people are going to want to put themselves in harm's way to go to jail for Donald Trump, because they see everybody behind Trump goes to jail. Everybody with him goes to jail. You're going to have big lawyer fees you can't afford. You're going to have jail time that you can't do. Giuliani, 80-something years old. He won't make it out of this. He already looked like he did.
Even the maintenance man at his I mean, the only person that ain't gone to jail that he's around is some of his maids. I mean, and he might be flipping, you know, they might be confessing everything because they see people like when your gardener and everybody else is going to doggone jail.
Man.
And I mean, your first lawyer went to jail. And what he did, like 3 years? That one that came out? Michael Cohen,
yeah.
He did 3 years. So, I mean, and nobody gave him a pardon. Shoot, these 19 people gonna be added to the list of all of them ones that went to jail during January 6th.
And that's one of the things I fought, Bernard, that I fought Donald Trump for also. Michael Cohen was loyal to Donald Trump, more loyal than anybody in his circle. And Trump didn't pardon the guy.
Right.
And Trump should have pardoned him before, as soon as he was charged. He didn't have to wait to go to court. He could have gave him blanket immunity on all the charges. Trump was bold. He was doing crazy, stupid stuff. He might as well have pardoned him and let the people. He didn't care what nobody said about him, so he should have pardoned Cohen. Because Cohen gave up a lot of info on him. Cohen got his tax man arrested.
And not only that, if that boy, what his name is, the one Weinstein or whatever, the one who had an island and they was messing with those little young girls, Trunk and all of them.
Epstein.
Epstein. if Epstein, if he didn't have Epstein taken out, then he would have been, that would have been some charges right there on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That man ain't hung himself. You know what kind
No, I
of
don't think so either.
No.
I don't think so either. He had enough money to fight that and to
Yeah.
keep fighting it for a couple of years and until he could get out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think that he did it either. But that's one of those conspiracy theories that we have to find out about 15 years from now,
Right,
20, 30 years from now, when the prison guard said that he did it.
Yeah.
Man, but y'all know what's so crazy? This is a reality show, and we are watching it.
Yes.
It'll be man, this is a reality show within itself. This fool here, you gotta give some, this boy, you gotta give to him. He don't care.
Mm-hmm. And
But
God care.
But y'all know what? I mean, you know, I don't relish on anybody going to jail or prison. I've been there, so I know what it feels like. But when you just challenge the system over and over and over again, and you get away, then there's some kind of relief when you finally get what you got coming. And I was proud to be a Georgian.
Yeah.
The other day when he was indicted, it gave me a sense of pride.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was more pride than when that riverboat fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they
I
got
put the
Donald Trump.
riverboat fight on the pride part, but
Yeah.
I was elated when he got indicted by Miss Willis, because you know, it took a lot. It has taken a lot for her to stand up to this bully, you know, and say, "Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get all of y'all. I'm not just coming for you. I'm coming for all of y'all. Everybody that had a hand in it."
Yeah.
And
don't be surprised now. We saying this on the Rabble. Don't be surprised they don't send Kanye West a subpoena. Don't be surprised.
Oh,
If those two linked with him, that means he linked to it too.
yep.
You know.
Yeah, him and Candace Owens need to get a little sweat going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They need to get some federal sweat going on though.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I tell everybody, and I'm gonna tell y'all that because I preach it. There's two things on this planet that are powerful. Two things: God and the U.S. federal government.
Yeah.
So y'all better believe when y'all keep thinking Donald Trump is privileged and he ain't going to jail, Donald Trump will do some type of jail time. He will never be the president of these United States. Y'all are just wasting your time and your votes if you vote for him. Because if he is the nominee, the world coming out against him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody who didn't vote last time coming out against him. Because if you're still voting, if 74 million more people vote for this man, then I can seriously say that we have a problem. Everybody voted for him the first time because they were tired of the normal bull that always goes on in Washington.
Right.
So they wanted some change. So they figured, let's give Donald a chance. But they gave this man a chance and he acted a donkey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of going in and trying to be the president, learn what you're supposed to learn on the job. He don't want to take time to read, learn, nothing. Yeah. He just want to sign some papers. You think all he's supposed to do is sign some papers. He don't want to meet with nobody. He just think that he's supposed to look presidential. He don't even look presidential, looking like this him. You know, all stupid up. You know, but it's gonna be interesting down the road to see what really happens. I've been telling people, I told all y'all from day one, I say he's messing with the federal government, y'all. He's going to jail. What's wrong with y'all? Oh, he will never be changed. He will never be charged. He won't go. This man is messing with the second most powerful force on the planet. Hurricanes and tornadoes not more, and wildfires not more powerful than the U.S. federal government.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gonna see, because I just feel like if he could stretch this out until after the election,
Yeah.
you know.
Nah, they don't let it do that. He gonna get a conviction somewhere before then. Herschel Walker get a subpoena. He need to get a subpoena. He don't know what he know. But Herschel's so dumb. He had two dumb people. He should have had Herschel as his vice president.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know what, too?
Herschel wouldn't have mind them saying, "Hang Herschel Walker, hang Herschel Walker."
Yeah.
The only thing really protecting him, thank God he got Secret Service, because he done open up a lot. He done open up a lot of can of worms. If he didn't have Secret Service, we won't be sitting here talking about Donald Trump.
You ain't never said more truer words.
Yeah.
If he didn't have a Secret Service detail, Donald Trump would be locked up right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Trust me.
Now they're gonna find some way for that Secret Service detail. They need to be training them right now.
Yeah.
This ain't never happened in the history of this country. So they need to be training that crew that gonna go in there and take the prison guard's place.
Yeah.
Those 3 or 4 shifts that they got to do in the prison.
Yeah, because even in the prison, they're gonna have to watch him,
Right.
Yeah.
So they can put him in solitary. They can put him. They got a prison where they got for his type. They got someplace for him.
Yeah.
Where he'll have he'll just be just like he home. He just can't go home.
Yeah.
They got someplace for him.
Yeah.
Believe that.
And
I believe he's probably going to end up being placed under house arrest after a while.
Yeah.
Let him keep on. That's going to be the first shot. And then he's going to still keep talking and promising the people that he won't shut up.
Yeah.
And they're going to shut him up.
Hey. And he better leave. He better leave that lady alone, because if he accusing her of messing with that game, he better shut up and leave her alone, because at the end of the day, the Secret Service won't be able to protect him. Believe that.
Yeah.
Right. You're right. You're right.
I heard that foolishness. He's just throwing everything out there against the wall to see what might stick. And then, but I want her to come back hard against him. And even if she got to put what do you call it? One of those what do you call it when you don't want people to mess with you? Not a good behavior order. Restraining order against him, keeping him from even saying her name.
Yeah.
Because
go ahead.
that can be done.
Yeah.
Now this is something I want y'all to think about, and we'll talk about it in the next couple of weeks, because it's going to be thought of and it's going to be in the paper, all over the press in the next couple of weeks. We got about 5 minutes left. What's going to happen after a while is that Georgia has the same law as Florida, where the legislators and the governor can remove the DA. But that they usually do that for not prosecuting. She is prosecuting. Mm-hmm. They usually do that for things that they say that they're not doing.
Right.
She's doing that and a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But this is what I would say needs to be done. If they attempt to do anything and have one meeting concerning it that she knows about, she need to go and arrest every one of the legislators.
Yep.
Because now you're interfering with
the trial. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every one of them need to be arrested, and she need to show her power. Go get them. Every one of y'all, send the authorities for them. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Go sit in jail. You want to follow Donald Trump? We're gonna show you just where Donald Trump followers end up at, in the trash pile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With felonies.
Yeah.
With indictments.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And if you look at it, It's two women that don't care and went after him. That black DA in New York City and the other black one in Georgia. Trust me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those two went at him, period. Ain't scared. Let me tell you something, Donald Trump. Black women ain't scared of nothing. And they damn sure ain't scared of you. All they gonna do beef up security, dude.
Yeah.
That's one thing. You don't mess with an angry black woman. Trust me on that. And that's facts.
Donald Trump problem, Bernard, is that he thinks that he is still powerful enough that people are going to come out and fight for him. He needs to be locked up because he's trying to start a war.
Yeah.
He's trying to start the violence. And he's still doing what he did for January 6th. And they're going to end up shutting him down.
Yeah.
They want him to hang his own self is what he's doing. And they're giving him the rope to do it with.
Yeah.
And watch what I tell you. He is going to mess up so bad that even the Supreme Court can't help him.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who his lawyers are. I would never, I don't care if he offered me $60 million a day. I would not represent him because he is he's too unstable.
Yeah.
And he has caused every lawyer in his wake to lose their law license.
Yeah.
Like, y'all crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I'm about to say is not reflecting on our black media or the rabble that's coming out my mouth. What happen when white boys get caught? What they do? They ain't going to jail. They ain't doing nothing. What they gonna do?
Commit suicide.
Touchdown.
Yes.
But Trump ain't worth it.
No, but you gonna have a lot of those indicted ones that know that they, I can't get out of this unscathed. See, they not about that life. They are not about that life, but they thought that he could protect them. Yeah. His influence and power would protect them. Shoot, man, please. When this get heated, you gonna see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Giuliani might have a heart attack, a massive heart attack before he, because he looked like he on the verge.
Yeah.
But those younger ones that's in their like 40s, early 50s, they are going to they better be on suicide watch.
Yeah. They need to keep
put them on suicide watch. Because
Well, the sheriff there said that Donald Trump will not get what he got in Miami or in New York. He will go to the jail. He will be photographed and fingerprinted, and then he can leave. No, they ain't playing with him in Atlanta. So if you think they are, then try them.
Yeah.
If they photograph him, I won't believe it until I see it. I will not believe it until I see it. I'm not going to get excited. I'm not going to get excited, but they need to, though. They need to humble him. They need to humble him.
They do. Yeah.
They need to humble him and let him know, this ain't play no more. I don't know the last time I used that word, play.
Play.
This ain't play.
Yeah.
We about to do you like we do every other suspect and indicted criminal. Shoot. Yeah, please.
That's right. You committed a crime, you do the time.
That's it.
All right, good people. I appreciate y'all coming in. Sean and Tiffany and Robert and Charlie will be back next week. Sean, Tiffany, Charlie, and Robert will be back next week. Jamal had to go out early. He had already told me. But we keep bringing it to the people the way it should be.
Oh, yeah.
Don't y'all forget, download the app. Go to the website and you can listen. Sign up to listen. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you anything. Go to the website. Get involved. Get
I
in.
already did.
All right.
I
All
already
right.
did.
Definitely.
I'll be able to. I'm going to call this my Rabble blanket after I finish with it. Since I'm doing it.
Yes, during the rabble.
During the Rabble, it keeps me calm. Y'all notice that I hadn't been cussing a lot and stuff. This keeps me calm.
Oh, okay. That's your security blanket. Well, we need you to keep that.
I thought you had your Hennessy. That's what I thought.
No.
Energy.
Yeah.
I've been trying not to drink as much anymore. I'm trying to do what Jamal said: eat right, live right.
All right.
Okay.
Keep the stress down.
Y'all tune in tomorrow. We got Mona Lisa Monroe at 10 o'clock in the morning. We got Taking the Journey Together at 6. And then we have the Ebony Sports Reporters at 8. Early in the morning, we got Mona Lisa Monroe at 10. Did I say that? At 10, Mona Lisa Monroe. And 8 o'clock, we got Litway Baptist Church. So y'all tune in, watch all of our shows, and share. Tell a friend about us. And don't forget again, download the app. Go to the website, www.hot2100.com, and listen to the music. We're partners with these people now, and we're cross-promoting and trying to get some things done with these stations out of Atlanta. We're trying to go worldwide and do it. Okay.
That's my app.
Okay. Awesome. We'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Good night. We love you. It ain't nothing you can do about it.
All right. Love y'all. Y'all be good. Share.
I like this. 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 I like this.